Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Watched by Ashley. Thank you so much for joining me. On this channel, we take a look at some of the big releases on the major streaming platforms, whether that be Netflix, Prime, Apple TV, HBO Max, those kind of platforms. We take a look at their new television and film releases. And today on the chopping block, we have See How They Run, which you can catch on Disney+. So this is a classic take on the murder mystery. So think of Knives Out, Murder on the Orient Express, Clue, films of that nature. This is what you have here, but it's actually pretty funny. And I have to say it is a quick 90 minutes and a much better cast in terms of the performances given in comparison to Death on the Nile. That was also released early this year on Disney+. Here we have Sam Rockwell, Ronan, and Adrien Brody as the stars in this movie, and they all give stellar performances, and they definitely play up their strengths. So Sam Rockwell, he has a great range. He's played so many great villains. You might be familiar with him from The Green Mile, from Moon. So he's definitely, love him or hate him, he is a very experienced actor. Then we have Ronan, who everyone is very familiar with after her performance in Brooklyn, which she was phenomenal in. And then you have Adrien Brody, who is an award-winning actor that everyone, I think, loves. He was phenomenal in Pianist, and he's just been lately doing a lot of roles that I think he just wants to do. I mean, he took a break from acting for a little while, and we're seeing a lot more of him. And this is an example of that. He plays the director who gets murdered in the first 10 minutes and narrates kind of his interactions with the players that kind of lead up to his death, and it's very fun. And the film was also directed by Tom George, who makes his feature film debut. So he was given a budget of $40 million, and this film is well made. We have some very entertaining and beautiful shots here. Very different, especially the transitions or the fact that sometimes you have the screen is split and you have two perspectives. I thought that was really interesting that he chose to do that. And I loved the set design. They really captured that 1950s glamour aesthetic here very well, but it didn't necessarily have the box office performance that you would expect. It only brought in about $21 million in its box office run, and that could be for a variety of reasons. I don't think they marketed this movie that hard, and I think it's more so they took a stab at the box office, but it's probably meant for streaming, to be honest. It's definitely a film that you could easily watch on Friday night. It's family friendly to an extent because there's no swearing, no nudity. There's just the whole aspect of murder, but if you're fine with that, then yeah, definitely a family film. It actually kind of pokes fun at murder mysteries, and the way they were able to do that was kind of setting this film in a playhouse that's actually doing a theatrical run of a murder mystery. The film takes place in West London, where there is a theatrical run of The Mousetrap. The Mousetrap is an actual play based on the Agatha Christie novel, and it is, of course, a whodunit. So in this film, we start off with them doing their 100th run of The Mousetrap, and they've brought a director in because they want to turn it into a film. And that director, of course, is played by Adrien Brody. So Kaepernick, the director, he ends up being murdered and presented on stage for all the cast to find, and everyone is in shock. Someone in their midst is the murderer. Then we have Inspector Stoppard and his assistant constable Stalker on the case, taking a look to find out who the murderer is. And of course, Constable Stalker, she's very excited and she wants to accuse everybody of being the culprit, and the inspector has to tell her to calm down, stop jumping to conclusions. And it's just a really fun journey with them. While we are going through the story, we have a bit of narration from Adrien Brody's Kaepernick, and he's kind of saying the things that he would want to see in a murder mystery, and we actually get to see them on screen, which is fun. So for example, he thinks that a murder mystery film should have the death take place in the first 10 minutes. He wants to have action in the last act, which we get to see, of course, and he wants to have flashbacks. And of course, some people love flashbacks for exposition, other people hate it. And I love the commentary that they had there. I thought it was very clever. Of course, I'm not gonna spoil the ending for you because that would completely defeat the purpose of a murder mystery. But it obviously goes through the classic tropes of a murder mystery. We have the twists and the turns that you wouldn't expect. You have opportunities to guess who you think did the murder. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it. The script is really great and the performances were solid. To me, I think this is a solid B+ film, especially for the genre that it is. I think it checks all the boxes off. So it was really great. The direction is awesome. I mean, Tom George makes you feel like you're watching a Wes Anderson film, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think this is his first feature-length film, and it's really entertaining. So those are my thoughts in regards to See How They Run. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite murder mystery is. That's all I have for you today. So if you watched the end of the video, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. If you like the content that you see here, please give me a like and subscribe. It helps me grow the channel. And any feedback you have, you can always connect with me on Instagram at Watched by Ashley. I'd like to hear from you. So that's all I have, and take care until next time. Bye-bye.